Hello everyone, this is HGJ Halloween, and today I'm back with my 9th build video for my 2017 haunted house. So I have a few things to say before I get started with this one. As usual, if you want to go ahead and skip all of it, then feel free, skip a couple minutes. But number one is I just want to thank you guys genuinely for all of your support and comments on my build videos. I've been getting so many comments of you guys saying that my work is worth it and that you guys love seeing my videos and that you guys have been inspired, and those things honestly really mean things to me. I know that you might think that I really don't care and I just like the numbers, but it really means a lot to me when you guys leave comments like that, because this is a lot more work than I expected. It is really, really difficult. I'm kind of stressing out because Halloween is like a week away, which is exciting, but also a little bit scary since I have so much to get done still. But your comments really do motivate me, guys. So that's the number one thing. Just thank you all for being here, and thank you all for enjoying my videos. And please feel free to leave comments of suggestions of how I can make it better. I appreciate those as well. I appreciate all of your comments, and I take as much time as I can to read them. So that's the number one thing. Just wanted to thank you guys. The second thing is I wanted to talk to you guys about something new that I'm doing. You may have noticed in my last build video, which was a fun one. If you missed it, go ahead and watch it, because I did a lot of stuff in that one, like Levitator Girl and Menacing Molly. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. But in the top of the description, I had a little bit of I had like a link and then this little promo code thing going on, and I said you could click that link and then use the promo code, and it had all this text that was explaining what the promo code is. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just working with Spirit Halloween to make my viewers shopping experience better, and I am providing you guys with exclusive promo codes that I don't think are just available to the public. I know personally that I tend to just look up Spirit Halloween promo codes. You can find a lot of them online, but if you guys are just looking for a quick, easy promo code, I have a ton that I can use for you guys in my description. So at the top of this description, there will be a promo code and then a link that you can click through and use that promo code for a discount on your Spirit Halloween purchases. And that is really useful because I know the biggest complaint I get on this channel is that the prices are too high, and that is totally 100% understandable. The prices really are too high. They just, you gotta 100% of the time you gotta use the 20% off discounts. That's something that I stress when they send you the 20% off discounts or post them on Instagram. You gotta use those. Go ahead and use the promo codes that I'm providing for you guys. I'm gonna give you guys the best ones that I have. Use all of those because it is way too expensive, and I am so blessed to have the money to do it and also share it with you guys. And I'm so blessed to have this channel as well, which has helped me get a lot more money to do it also. So I just want you guys to know that I feel for you. I understand that it is really, really an expensive hobby, and it's tough for some of you guys to get this stuff. So go ahead and use those promo codes. Don't pay full price ever, guys. Use promo codes. Be cheap and use promo codes. Paying full price is not worth it because these promo codes are everywhere, but now they are also in my description. So that's all I wanted to say. I want to get that out of the way. Also, you can follow me on Instagram now that will be just below the promo code. And the thing that I'm going to be doing today is getting this backdrop at the end of this hallway done. And if you guys have seen some of my idea videos and concept arts, if you guys are my hardcore subscribers, let me know. Right here, you would know is going to be floating ghost girls. So you're gonna come around here, and we got her here as well. You come around here, you turn, you got floating ghost girl right at the end with a strobe light on her right up here. So what I am going to do is get floating ghost girl and this backdrop set up in one big time lapse, and I will come back and see you guys when I'm done with that. Alright guys, so I hope that time-lapse was somewhat entertaining. I normally don't do time-lapses of me putting up these backdrops just because they're kind of anticlimactic and you can't really even see what I'm doing half the time because I'm using clear tape to just kind of adjust it. So I hope that turned out okay, but the main reason I wanted to do it was because Floating Ghost Girl was involved in this one, and her setup is so quick and easy that I wanted to just do it all in one time-lapse, because doing a time-lapse of me setting up Floating Ghost Girl would have been a split second. So I have her set up right now. I do also have her plugged in. I have these outlets right here that I didn't even know I had. It's 4 of them right there, so that is going to help me to get all of these hallways wired up when I do that. Hopefully this week I'm going to start getting some of the wiring done. She is a store display. If you guys don't remember, or if you're new here, which is a lot of you are new here, last year I did have an issue with my Floating Ghost Girl on the day of Halloween. She had a piece that was broken, which I ended up fixing, but it has like hot glue and it's a little bit fidgety, so I want to use this one. This one we did buy that day as a last resort, and it is a store display. So when you hear it run, you can tell it's a little bit old, you can tell it's been run constantly, so I am a little bit worried about it, but at the same time it's going to be a lot more reliable than the one that I fixed kind of haphazardly. So here's my thing though, before I activate her, you need to understand, I have her on foot pad right now, and the step pad is going underneath of this wall, and that is because there are no live actors in this hallway, but there is going to be a live actor in that hallway, so their job is going to be to step on that step pad once they see our people coming around this corner, so that it will like start rising as soon as they start turning around the corner. That is the theory, so I did fish it under there, and it does work, so I'm gonna have to go around and press that and then come back around. So sorry for that inconvenience, but it is gonna make it so much easier to operate come Halloween day. So she is super cool. Her audio is not as loud as I want it to be. I do have it all the way up, and I know she has an external speaker option, so I may end up doing that, but we'll see. And she'll look super freaky with that spotlight, that flickering strobe light on her. She looks amazing with that, and in complete darkness, it's going to be even scarier. So the only thing I have left to do in this hallway is get the upside down crosses up. I have this weekend pretty much entirely free, so I will be doing that. It is Friday right now, and it is pretty late, so I am gonna go kind of settle down and stop doing work in the haunted house. But when I come back tomorrow, I will probably be doing these upside down crosses. So I will see you guys when I'm back tomorrow. Alright guys, so it is now 2 days later. It's Sunday. A lot has changed. Now, I didn't really film any of these things that I was doing because they weren't that interesting. It wouldn't really be good on a time lapse because most of it was just backdrops, but it has been 2 days since I finished up Floating Ghost Girl's situation, which looks amazing. And I also, one thing I did change that I'll talk about real quick first, is I put this Ouija board above her here. I had put it above Levitator Girl, but I decided that it fits this backdrop perfectly, and also Floating Ghost Girl is the one that actually talks about possession. She says the word possessed in her lines, so I think it just kind of fits that perfectly. But this is hallway number 4. Now, I don't know when was the last time I showed you guys this hallway, but I do know that since 2 days ago, there has been a ton of differences made to this hallway because it was basically where we were throwing all of the stuff from the garage into. It was just an accumulation of a bunch of stuff, and you couldn't even really get out of here. So there was absolutely nothing done in here. I cleaned the entire thing up yesterday. The whole thing is emptied out, and all of that stuff is around back now. It's going to go in our shed. And I also got the backdrops up, which weren't there before either, and those do take me quite a while. So that's what I've been doing since the last time I updated you guys. I also got this guy hung up right here, and we went out and bought these little chains right here. I know I always say that that was the last purchase from Spirit Halloween, but we always buy more. And this is really cool too, because when you turn in here, you kind of have to like push through these chains and then go through. And we have couple more things that are going to end up being hanged up. These chains with the limbs on them as well as another one of these guys that's more of like a zombie. So the thing that I want to do now is get Death Row into his chair. This is Death Row's chair right here. I have some barbed wire that I'm also going to use to make it look a little bit less like a deck chair. And the other thing that I'm going to be doing eventually, hopefully today, is getting chicken wire around him to make it look like he's all caged in. Now, my Death Row did not come with an adapter, I'm pretty sure, which is kind of strange, but I did realize today that I don't need to purchase another adapter, which is for some reason what I thought I was going to have to do, because I have an extra Peekaboo Penny and an extra Floating Ghost Girl, which I believe has the same 6-volt 2-amp DC adapter. But aside from that, I'm going to go ahead and set you guys up on the wall right here and do a little time lapse of me getting Death Row's chair done. Alright guys, so Death Row is in his chair. I'm sorry if that time lapse was a little bit slow and there was periods where I wasn't doing anything, because number one, this razor wire or barbed wire was harder to deal with than I thought. It had different pieces that needed to be connected, and for some reason I thought it was going to be easy to get it into the shape that I wanted. It wasn't. I had to tape it to the bottom, but now it looks really good the way it's popping out. I also had to get these bad boys up on here, but I had to change out their batteries since they've been tri-meat in the store so much. They weren't shaking as much as they should. So I replaced their batteries. I got those hooked up to the wall. The next thing that I'm going to do is get chicken wire all the way around him, and this is just going to make it seem like he's in this enclosed area where he's being electrocuted. It will also prevent people from tripping over his feet or anything like that, and then he will have a flickering strobe light on him. So that is the next thing I'm going to get to do, and I'm going to jump into a time lapse of that and see you guys when I'm done. guys, so the fencing is up around Death Row as well as his barbed wire up here. The barbed wire, like I said before, is really hard to work with. So is chicken wire. It takes forever to maneuver it the way you want. So I'm sorry if those time lapses were a little bit boring. Especially, I apologize for the lighting situation. For some reason, well, not for some reason, the lights don't really get over here because there's the two lights that we have in our garage, and these two hallways, when you see me working here, it's always nice and bright, but then this wall blocks it from over here, so I have my phone flashlight on right now, and it was fine earlier because it was daytime and I had the garage open, but it is now nighttime, so the lighting is going to be really crappy for the rest of the stuff that I do inside here. But I think the next thing I'm going to do, I'm honestly not really sure, is probably go ahead and get some of the wiring, some of the lights done. I still do have some stuff to hang up here, but I don't think I'll be doing any more time lapses. I'm just going to come back with an update of whatever I finish next. Alright guys, so a bit of an update. I just went ahead and got all of the stuff that is hanging in this hallway done, and it honestly brings this hallway to life. I pretty much think that it's basically done. There's nothing else that needs to be added except some red LED strips here. Well, of course I'm going to get the lighting in eventually, but prop-wise, this hallway is full. So I basically did this entirely today, except for the shelf. So you have the shelf when you turn the corner. Of course, this is Floating Ghost Girl here. Then these I added just today, like I told you earlier, that you kind of have to like move through as you come in. Then you've got this guy, the arrowhead guy. It's Spirit Halloween once again. So sorry for the lighting situation. The lights is just really bad in this hallway. Then I got the hand hanging here from that up there, and then this, since the garage comes up, I can't hang it from the ceiling, so I have the foot hanging from this, and yeah, you really can't see much in here, but then I've got this zombie guy also hanging from this pole that I just got up. So that is all complete. As a whole, I think this hallway is really cool. I was kind of concerned about it because it was absolutely nothing just at the beginning of this weekend, and now it is basically done. So the next thing that I'm going to be doing is coming around over here, and as you guys can see, the crosses are still not up. Well, I know that in one of my earlier build videos, which I don't think was very popular, so you guys probably didn't see it, I started making one cardboard cross and then had to stop because it was getting too late. Now, I realized that making a bunch of cardboard crosses is going to take me way too long. There's no way that I'm going to have time. This is the last week before Halloween. There's no way I'm going to have time to do a dresser, another bed, and all of these crosses. So I made my life easier and went out and spent some money and just bought some cheap little wooden crosses. So now I have all these crosses, and I'm going to paint them. I'm going to do a time-lapse of me painting them. Then as they're drying, I'm going to go ahead and put up some lighting, but you guys won't see that. You guys will just see an instant time-lapse of me putting them up right after I'm done showing the painting time-lapses. So that is what I'm going to jump into right now.
Spooky, scary skeletons and shivers down your spine. Shrieking skulls will shock your soul, seal your doom tonight. Spooky, scary skeletons speak with such a screech. You'll shake and shudder in surprise when you hear these zombies shriek.
Alright guys, so the crosses are complete. It's a little bit late, so I'm not going to talk super loud. It seems like in all of my build videos I end up staying up super late. But I did get these crosses done. I ended up putting 2 screws on the top and the bottom, well I guess whichever way you want to look at it, because they are upside down. So if that offends any of you guys, then you can click off the video because that is the last part of it. And I know some people might be offended by it, but I hope not too many of you are, because it really does add to the effect of this hallway being sort of a possession, demon type thing. So I'm not saying I don't like God, or I'm not trying to be anti-Christ or anything, but it just kind of adds to the theme of this hallway. So that is why I'm doing that. So I have all of these upside down crosses here. I ended up painting all of them white. I had planned to paint some of them brown. I don't know if you guys had noticed that I did have the brown can of paint out, but I realized that all of them being white would sort of contrast this wall and also kind of match the color of Floating Ghost Girl, if you understand what I mean. And having a few of them brown would look kind of weird. If you can imagine that brown color that I used on the bed right here is a very, very dark, and it just doesn't seem to fit with this hallway. So I did paint all of them white, got 2 screws, so it's holding them nice and tight here because a lot of them were kind of leaning up. The only other thing that I might do is sort of age some of them and paint some, or use the paintbrush to apply some dirt onto them, because the walls look so old and these look so fresh and new. So that is something I will probably do. I will also probably paint over each and every one of these little screws, get it white so it all looks nice and good with, you can't see the screws anymore. But basically, this hallway is done. So that is going to be it for this build video. It was basically the whole weekend, is what I did all weekend, this build video. I did expect to have all of this done and the lighting and the wires, but I'm not gonna lie, this was a super productive Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I honestly don't see how it would have been possible for me to fit in doing the wires as well, because I got literally this entire hallway was filled with a bunch of crap, and none of this was in here, not even the backdrops. So that is a huge accomplishment, and I actually got a ton done, because this hallway is basically done, this hallway is done, all of the hallways are basically done. It's just going to come down to wiring and lighting and a couple additional touches. So I also have the entire outdoor cabin thing to do, so that is why I also needed to make sure that I had time to do that. So that you have to keep in mind has not even been started at all. So I want to do little bits and pieces of that this weekend, and I want to have this mostly done, which it is. So anyways, guys, I hope you've enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. It is coming to a close. We're only 1 week out from Halloween. I am super excited. I cannot wait to show you guys the finished product. I can't wait to see it either, to be honest, just as much as you guys. So anyways, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.